Now, you guys, let's get into the Wendy Williams story. Speaking of vermin and scum, the Guardian that's controlling her. Yeah, I'm putting her in that category because what the heck is she doing? You know, we've already heard about Wendy being trapped in that facility, her going to a random independent hospital and passing her dementia test with flying colors. They said this is a fully functioning grown woman. What the heck is going on? The Guardian said that she had all her freedom. She's lying. Meanwhile, she wasn't even allowed to go out to dinner with her niece and her lawyer. And now Wendy is telling her friends over at TMZ that her medication has been changed. And she usually has to take a pill of a certain color for her Graves' disease. And then all of a sudden, just the other day, they started giving her a pill of a different color. And so she asked, she said, what is this pill? I have no clue about this. I have never taken this. What is it? Right? And why is my medication changing? Has my condition changed? Is my Graves' disease worse than it was before? Is it improving? And nobody who is tasked with taking care of this woman is willing to give her an answer. Is this even medication for Graves' disease? Is what she's wondering at this point. And I do not blame her. It's very, very creepy, sick, devious. What is happening to this woman? I don't get it. So Wendy is reportedly very anxious about all of this and wants to get an answer because for all she knows, they could be trying to worsen whatever, she's got going on mentally in order to prove what they want to prove, which is that she deserves to be locked up for life. She shouldn't be free. Right. And so she's hesitant to be taking this medication. And so she's even tried to call her doctor to get some answers, but she's not able to get through to her doctor. She asked her guardian to get in touch with her doctor and, to let her know if something's changed with her thyroid problems, but her guardian hasn't even been responding to her. Very, very weird. Everything Wendy's been saying about this is true and creepy. Again, it's like that movie that Ali told me to watch, I Care a Lot. Very sinister what's happening with Wendy Williams. I really thought that when she was hospitalized after sending out that letter for help or that paper for help, and then when she passed the test with flying colors, I thought they'd leave her alone. I thought, we're done, we're good. Didn't they say she could even move out of that facility? So how are we still in this same position? I truly do not understand it. How are they still continuing to do this to her with a straight face, with no shame? I hope that Wendy is able to sue the pants off of these people. This is not right. It really isn't. Good morning, Linda. Nice to see you. Jasmine says justice for Wendy Williams. Justice and free Wendy indeed, like Phoenicia says as well. Foxy says, I feel so bad for Wendy. Will she ever be free again? And it's so sad that we even have to wonder that. Why was her freedom ever stripped away in the first place? Because her son was an overspender? Because her son tried to scam her out of her money, allegedly, or whatever? Why would you deserve to lose your freedom because of that? The story just doesn't make any sense to me. And I feel like whether you like Wendy or not, you should be worried about this because, if it can happen to her, it can happen to you or anybody. She's got a platform like none other to speak out against this, right? And to blow the lid off of this. So if they would try it with someone like that, what would stop them from trying it with someone who's not famous? It's just so creepy what's happening there. Caitlin says, who in the right mind is going to take something based off of someone's word? What's that in regards to, boo? Wendy or the Diddy story? Gail says they need to free Wendy Williams. And I agree indeed. Free Wendy, y'all. This is crazy. It is so freaking crazy what is happening, and I'm really proud of her for continuing to use her voice to speak out. She knows the risks associated with it. I believe she has been getting punished. Maybe this new changed up medication that they're not even explaining to her what it is, maybe that's her punishment. Maybe they're trying to give her some downers. Maybe, we really never know what it is that they're trying to do. And it's sick and it's creepy and it's evil and it feels unconstitutional as well. Like he says, I still can't believe her son got her into this mess and isn't trying to help her get out. That's the thing. Why is her niece the one doing and her niece has a whole career too. What does her son do? I don't know of the son doing anything. So he's got all the time in the world. He's the one who did this and needs to fix this and fight for her, take all the responsibility, right? And he's just, oh, I'm just hanging around. What are you doing? Nothing. Just hang, what a waste. What a waste. I can't believe how much Wendy fought and suffered to have this disgrace of a son. And it sounds harsh, but it's true. Imagine fighting so hard to have a child and just for your child to turn around and do this to you. Evil, truly, truly evil. Okay, Caitlin. So Caitlin says, who in their mind is going to take medication, right? Based on someone's word. Like, I feel like legally they should be obligated to tell Wendy or anybody, anybody being medicated has the right to know what the medication is and what it's supposed to be doing. Foxy says, yeah, it started with the son, but they have been taking it way too far with getting full control of Wendy and her life. I agree. How is it that this is happening to her, yet Kanye West is able to roam free doing the crazy off the wall stuff that he does? And this man was wasting crazy money too. Do y'all remember that house that he bought from that famous architect, like the brutal architecture type thing, the stone house on Malibu Beach? And then he just like destroyed it. And then he sold it at a loss. Like everything he buys, he sells at a loss because he destroys it all. Why isn't the bank flagging him at this point? In addition to the other mess that he's doing, like, I don't get it. And you know what? There's someone too, Haley Joel Osment. That guy is off the rails as well. I'm not seeing any guardianship coming out for him. Like, there are just so many people, men especially, who you would think would qualify for guardianship if the barrier to entry or if the bar is this low for deciding who gets to be put in one. So why is it always women who are being targeted by this? It's crazy, and I wonder if she has the right to sue, because I know she retained an attorney and her guardian was threatened or intimidated by this. And so the guardian barred her from leaving her building to go and have dinner with her attorney. Again, another thing that feels like illegal, unconstitutional, just insane. And y'all know, like, she can't even really properly open her window to get fresh air in that building. She's confined to a floor. It's all just so terrible. She is in a living hell. Jen, where have you been? How are you, Jen? Happy Easter weekend in advance. Oh my God, nice to see you. Hey, Trey, nice to see you too. And I'm with you, Nikki. The son, he what did you call it about the apple not falling too far from the tree? He is his daddy's son through and through. Think long and hard before you have kids with somebody. Do you want your kids to turn out like them, like that man you're having kids with? If the answer is no, don't do it. Don't do it. Because here's the thing, you could always ditch the man eventually, but it's going to be real hard to ditch the kids. So think long and hard. Check this out. Says the only reason she's in this is because her son betrayed her, just like Brittany's father betrayed her. You see? I'm so sad for these ladies. And Brittany, she's been out of her conservatorship for a while now, and she still doesn't seem all that well. But listen, it's not illegal to be unwell. There's unwell people everywhere, right? Anytime you walk out your door, you're going to see a couple of them. It's not illegal. It doesn't mean that you should be locked up and controlled and whatnot. Like, come on, right? Jazz says a lot of our politics behaved unhinged as well, yet they're in office, right? You see, over here on our side too, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I can't stand it. I really can't. Foxy says, I think that Bianca got control of his business and money. Oh, did she take it before she ran away? Remember, he released that song. And for some reason, I'm so embarrassed for myself. That song was stuck in my head. What was it? Don't know what I did to make you mad, Bianca. I just like, what? It's such a bad song, yet somehow it managed to get stuck in my damn head. Lusha says, have y'all watched the movie The Guardian with Lala Anthony? It was a hard fight and win this type of cases. Really? Lala's acting again. Good for her. No, I didn't, but I watched I Care a Lot on Netflix. Gwen says, good morning, y'all. I'm late, but I'm here. We just had hail the size of baseball. Jesus, sorry. I hope your windows are okay. That sounds absolutely terrifying.